Hello children, back to our EVS class once again. Today we are going to start our new lesson, chapter 3, houses around us. I repeat, houses around us. All of you are living in houses, isn't it? Can you tell me the spelling of house? H-O-U-S-E. Now tell me, have you learned about houses before in class 1? You might have learned about houses, isn't it? So let us revise what you learned in class 1. So actually, what is a house? We all live in a house. And what is the specialty of a house? A house will protect us from heat, rain, wind, storm and wild animals. So we all need house. Now, have you heard about the term home? Yes. What is a home? A home is a place where we live in and we find fun together. So let us have a look on the slide. Houses around us. A home provides us shelter. A home provides us shelter. It is a place where we relax and have fun. In the last class we learned about family, isn't it? We all stay together and spend time together. So we spend time together with our family members. And where do we live? We live in a house. And we call our house as home because we all love each other and we find fun together. A house provides us shelter. So every home is special for the person who lives in it. So each and every person find his or her home very special. We love to be in our home, isn't it? Our home is always a sweet place for us. Now, we should keep our homes neat and clean. We should keep our homes neat and clean. See, you can see two pictures of two types of houses. Okay, this is a modern house and here you can see an old house. So, we have different types of houses. So, houses can be classified as two. They are Pakka house and Kacha house. In a Pakka house, the house is a permanent one. That means it is staying in the ground itself. We cannot move that house from one place to another. And a Pakka house is a big house, whereas a Kacha house is a small house. Pakka, from the word itself you know that it is something strong. So it will be made up of different materials. So let us see which are the different materials that help us to make a Pakka house. So have a look on the slide. A house is just a building. A home is a place where we live with our family and feel comfortable. A house protects us from heat, cold, rain and wild animals. Houses are of different types. They are made of different kinds of materials. Houses can be classified into two: Pakka house and Kacha house. You have to learn the spelling of Pakka house. P-U-C-C-A. House is H-O-U-S-E. Now Kacha house, K-U-T-C-H-A, Kacha, H-O-U-S-E, house, Kacha house. Again, houses can be classified as permanent house and temporary house. A permanent house stays in that place itself, whereas temporary house can be moved from one place to another. Now let us see what are the specialties of Pakka house. So from the name itself you know that it is something strong, Pakka. So strong things are made up of particular materials, particular things. You can see that bricks, cement, iron and steel are used to build Pakka house. So a Pakka house is always a big house and it is made up of bricks, cement, iron and steel. Example, apartment, bungalow. See, here this is a bungalow and this is an apartment. You can see that when we build a house, it is fixed to a particular place or particular ground or particular place. So such type of houses which are fixed to the ground, they are known as permanent house. So you can see that these two houses are fixed in a particular place. They don't have any wheels to move around. So they give us an example for permanent house. So all Pakka houses are permanent house. Now what is the structure? Is it a small house, these two? No, they are big in structure. So always remember, Pakka houses are big in structure. So Pakka house is a big one. Now this is a bungalow. Now how many floors are there in this bungalow? There is only one floor. Now see this is an apartment. Normally we say that all types of flats has got a number of apartments inside it. What do you mean by that? In an apartment there are a number of specific flats together. Each and every family can live together as a separate family. Now see how many floors are there. You can see there are a number of floors. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number of floors means it has got 5 stories. Story means STOREY. That story means number of floor. Just imagine your school. Your school has got 4-story building. 4-story means there are 4 floors. Now the lowest floor is always known as the ground floor. The lowest floor in a building is always known as the ground floor. And here in this apartment you can see there are 5 floors. Here there is a basement floor here, that is the ground floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, totally 5. This is a 6-story building including the ground floor. So this is a big bungalow and this is an apartment. So in an apartment there are a number of small apartments. Means this is a big flat and a number of families can live together as separate apartment. Now an apartment is a housing unit that occupies only part of a building. So this is the building and this can be one apartment, this can be another apartment, here another apartment, like that. We can have separate housing units. Now what is a bungalow? A bungalow is a low house having a single story, or in some cases few rooms are set in the roof. So in this picture you can see the bungalow is having only 1 story, but in some other buildings, some other bungalows, there may be 1 or 2 rooms upstairs. So there can be 2-storied bungalows also. Now how many stories does your house have? Is it only 1 story or 2 story? You just find it out yourself. Okay. So remember, Pakka house is made of bricks, cement, iron and steel. They are big in nature. They are big and they come under the category of permanent houses. Examples for Pakka houses: bungalow and apartment. Now let us see what do you mean by Kacha house. See the spelling, K-U-T-C-H-A, Kacha, H-O-U-S-E, house, Kacha house. So we told that Pakka house is big in structure. So what will be Kacha house? They will be small in size. So Kacha houses are always small in size. And they are made up of materials like mud, straw, wood, stones and bamboo. I repeat, mud, straw, wood, stones and bamboo are used to make Kacha houses. You know what is mud? All of you play with mud, isn't it? Now what is straw? Straw means kachi. Now wood means tadi and stone means kalle. All these things you know. And bamboo means we say in Malayalam mula. So these are the things that are used for making Kacha houses. Now examples for Kacha houses: hut. Normally we have only one example, that is hut. I have shown 2 pictures here. This is one hut and this is also a hut. Okay, so these huts are also permanent houses. So Pakka houses and Kacha houses are fixed to the ground and cannot be moved. So these houses do not have any wheels to move. They are fixed to the ground. So they are called permanent houses. Now examples of permanent houses are huts, bungalows and apartments. Examples for permanent houses. Earlier we learned about apartments and bungalows. They are examples for Pakka houses. Now here Kacha house, we learned the example as hut. So these three comes as example for permanent houses, because these permanent houses stay fixed to the ground and they are not able to be moved. They are not able to be moved. So that's about Kacha house. Now in the first slide I told you about two types of houses. Just recall which were they? They were Pakka house and Kacha house. And again these houses can be classified as permanent houses and temporary house. So permanent houses, we saw the example of huts, bungalow and apartment. Now let us see what do you mean by temporary house. I told you that houses do not have wheels. Does house have wheel? Does your house has got wheels? No. But there are some houses which can be shifted from one place to another. That is, we can move that particular house from one point to another point. That is, from one place to another. So those houses which can be shifted from one place to another, they are known as temporary houses. Temporary means something which is not fixed. So some people do not live at one place for a long time. They keep on moving from one place to another. They live in temporary houses like, this is tent, then caravans and houseboats. Have you seen circus peoples? They shift from one place to another, isn't it? So from one place to another, they shift their things, their animals, what all things they have, they shift from one place to another. Now where do they live? They build tents, isn't it? So a tent is a temporary house. Tent is an example for temporary house. Now have you seen people in film industry? They move in a particular vehicle, a big type of van, and that vans are known as caravans. So these caravans, they have got all the facilities inside, even bedroom, bathroom, all the facilities are there inside a caravan. Even we can shift these caravans from one place to another. They move on wheels. So caravans is an example for temporary house. Again, most of you might have gone for a houseboat trip. Have you been in a houseboat before? What is a houseboat made up of? A houseboat is made up of wood. It floats in rivers and lakes. So houseboat is an example for temporary house. So tell me children, which are the different examples for temporary house? Yes, houseboat, tent and caravan. What is the specialty of temporary house? These temporary houses can be shifted or can be moved from one place to another. Now a tent is made of canvas. So the material that makes a tent is canvas. Now a houseboat is made of wood and it floats in rivers and lakes. Whereas a caravan is a house on wheels and looks like a van. Caravan, from that spelling itself we can know that it is a type of van, caravan. See the spelling, C-A-R-A-V-A-N-S, caravan. Spelling of van is V-A-N. So caravan is a house on wheels. So if I ask a question, which is the house on wheels? We can say it is caravan. So it looks like a van. So this is the picture of a tent. Now this is the picture of a houseboat. Now tell me children, which are the different examples for temporary houses? Yes, tent, caravan and houseboat. So these three are the examples for temporary houses. This is the picture of a caravan. See, it's big in structure. It has got wheels. There are a number of rooms also. Small rooms are there inside. Sometimes we have big caravans. All the facilities are there. Normally people in film industries, your favorite film stars like Mammootty, Mohanlal, they all travel in caravans. So all the facilities are there inside a caravan. Now let us learn about some special houses. So there are some special houses according to different climatic conditions. We all live in Kerala, isn't it? We all live in Pakka houses. The Pakka house is a fixed house and it cannot be moved. And here the climate also is a normal climate. But in places where there is cold climate, people live in different type of houses that has got special name. Those houses are called igloos. So in cold regions, especially in Australia, so many cold regions, polar regions, we say, places where there is cold climate, people live in igloos. See, this is the picture of an igloo. See the shape, it has got a circular shape or dome shape. A semicircular shape is there. So it's a dome shape, and this type of house is known as igloo. Now, there are some special houses built according to different climatic conditions. Example, igloos and stilt houses. Now, in cold regions, people build dome-shaped houses using snow blocks. What is the color of igloo? Here you can see that it is white in color. And when the place is very cold, what is there? We have snow there. So these igloos are covered with snow, and they have a particular shape, a dome shape, and they are built using snow blocks. So igloos are made using snow blocks, and the spelling of igloo is I-G-L-O-O-S. Igloos, I-G-L-O-O-S. Now, in heavy rainfall regions, in some places there is heavy rainfall. For example, in Assam, there is a lot of rainfall. So, in such places, since there is heavy rainfall, floods can occur. So, they have to make themselves safe. So, for that, people build their houses higher from the ground using bamboo poles. So, in places where there is heavy rainfall, people build their houses higher from the ground. See, this is the stilt house. You can see it is built higher from the ground, and normally they use bamboo poles. So here it is concreted. Normally bamboo poles are used. That means mola is used, and such type of houses are known as stilt houses. So these type of houses known as stilt house. See, here water is there in the lower part, and the house is above the water level. So people and the things can be safe. Do you remember the flood that came 2 years back? So many people lost their lives, and there were a lot of destructions and all. So when water enter into that place, houses, the things inside all get damaged. So for avoiding that, people built stilt houses. So stilt houses are found in heavy rainfall regions. Now, where do we find igloos? Igloos are found in cold regions. So, the places which has got cold climate, people live in igloos. Now, what is the shape of igloo? They have a dome-shaped structure, and it is made of snow blocks. Now, tell me children, which are the names of different special houses? Yes, igloos and stilt houses. So, igloos are found in cold regions, and stilt houses are found in heavy rainfall regions. So, see the picture and just identify, this is igloo and this is a stilt house. So, children, in today's class, we learned about different types of houses. Just recall which are the different types of houses. Pakka house and Kacha house. Now, Pakka house and Kacha house come under the category of permanent houses, and we have a separate type of houses, that is temporary houses. For permanent houses, examples are all types of kacha houses and pakka houses. So just recall the examples. Which are they? They are bungalows, apartments and huts. Now what about temporary houses? We have caravans, tent and houseboat. Caravans, houseboats and tent. So these are the examples for temporary houses. Then we also saw two types of special houses. Which were they? They were igloos and stilt houses. Igloos and stilt houses. So what you have to do is go through your lesson. Your exams are going on. Go through the lesson. You study for your exams, and next week we will discuss the notes of this lesson. Okay. So that's all for today's class. See you again in the next class with the continuation of the lesson. So bye.